Horde. At least they have their pride. Oh, I'm going up, and it's saying it's down. And their brains and their quick reflexes. Where's the Alliance? Look at them. They're all in there. Right? Nobody likes the Alliance. They don't even have fire extinguishers. What my memory is telling me is you just go into these guys and there's mites inside. Yes, that is indeed the case. You know, just for posterity's sake, like, I like to put some of this stuff in, right? Like, it's important to note somewhere. What if you look up a guide for this or something, you don't know where to look, or you just hear it off chance when you're listening to me for some reason? It might save you some time, it might entertain you for a bit, but what I'm getting at is these spiders here are the best place to come, and up here, if you need to craft any outland tailoring. I think probably there's some leather working that uses it. They all have the spider silk from Outland that I think is the most common. And it, yeah, if you like some of the Outland stuff that is crafted and you want to use it for transmog, this is where you gotta come. Terrokar this side of the Terrokar forest. With all the wood mites and the spiders. We might try demonology out when we get to a little bit higher level and see if we can unlock some of those good, Where are you going? Are you just running away in fear? I think he's running away in fear. Go. Skywing? Where are you going, Skywing? Really? Is this for real right now, Skywing? Perfect. I don't know what happened there. So let's open it up. Abandon it. Yes. Okay, and then we have to wait for Skywing to come back again. It's always when I think something's going quick and smoothly that things just explode in my face royally. And then when I'm really apprehensive about doing something, obviously I don't want to do it, right? Because I'm nervous. I don't know. That's a me problem. At least we got all of our wood mites. Let's just get out of your way, sir. Oh, he's not elite. We can take him. So those things drop mites too, if you need mites. We're not waiting for Skywing anymore. Like, just on the chance that... what if he comes back and the quest just bugs out again and he goes and he fights off any random people and goes and kills himself again? That does not sound like fun to me, and so we're not going to do it. We're going to leave. Oh, there's another quest to finish up here in the Sethic Halls. It looks like he's there, but he's not there. He's over here, and then down here. This is actually a four-tiered dungeon hub. So here, where I'm at, you've got your Sethic Halls. Up north here is your Mana Tombs. This way is your Akunai Crypts. That's the closest thing that's actually still a Aldor graveyard, or it was, I guess. And then down here you have the Shadow Labyrinth. That's the ones. So those are the four that you do in this. So they all look very similar. They are slightly different, but they are all very similar. Maybe inside the dungeon. I remember them being outside the dungeon, but you never know what these crazy cats are gonna do. Did I get that thing? Or does it expire? That's the other thing about these older quests. In the original time that these games were made, there was a very heavy influence of Dungeons and Dragons. So you'd have like hard timelines on, like, if you didn't get this done in 24 hours, you got to start over. You had to commit to doing it. But this is a poor example because I think they removed a lot of those elements from this game because, like, as you can imagine, if you have something like, I remember there was one quest I had where you had to go and farm like rotted flesh off of zombies or something, but the flesh rotted, right, within half an hour, and you needed like 6 or 8 fleshes or whatever, and the drop rate was so low that sometimes you'd get your flesh and it would rot away before you got to 8. Like, I remember fighting the clock. Like, I had to, you had to work really hard to get that quest done if you didn't have the right amount of gear. Maybe it was a gating mechanism, but, you know, if you're somebody like me who really wants to hear the story of this, or what's happening here, or why is this happening, you know, it's not fun to have that sort of thing locked away from you because you didn't do this other thing. Oh, hide from the bird. Hide from the bird. Yes. None the wiser. So we're going this way. There is a spot here where we're supposed to leave this. Oh, here. Probably the bird nest, yes? Nope. Oh. Oh, right. It's at this, like, totem. There. That's it. Don't ask me how I missed that the first time, but we're here now. That's the important thing, isn't it? Here, there, everywhere. This guy's tough, but not so tough that Doc That can't handle him. Well, he definitely doesn't like Chaos Bolts either. Let's see how he feels about Incinerates. No, he's not a fan of those. Okay, we did it. We've done it all. Except save the children, of course. I guess that's coming up next. This is also a nice area to come for farming mining materials. Terrokar Forest, it's got it all. It's got everything you need. All in one zone. I think this is probably my favorite zone. There's just no place like it. There's one. And a cage key. And a cage full of children. That's progress. We might even get enough Arakoa feathers by the time we're done to do that 20 feather Arakoa feather quest. Oh, here we go. That's the last of the children that we have to free. Like, we could free more. I'm not going to free more. But if you feel it in your heart that these children are having such a bad time in these cages, you go ahead. Come on down. There we go. Blood Elf Hunter. Netra. Netra's gonna get yas.
I require a target.
And then we'll use this thing. We're using this thing. What's happening? It worked. We just did it. Alright, let's get out of here. just a wall of quests to hand in. They're super lit. I don't think we're going to do any of the follow-up quests while we're here. Oh yeah. There you go. I think that's it for hand-ins here. However long. It seems like a long time when you're on the episodes, I guess, but overall, like, it hasn't been that long in game. Like, I'm on my way to level 74 already. And just when I started the episode, we were down at 72, I think. Oh, we have so many more quests to hand in. We gotta go see Vorenthal. Hey Vorenthal, there's your book. Bye. So, yeah. If you wanted to, you could go out there and gather up a bunch of books and rings and all that stuff. And get yourself some achievement point. Let's see here. I think it's the Diplomat. I think it's just the title you get. Diplomat. No, that's a different one. The Exalted Ambassador. Lots of lots of rewards for reputations. So yeah, easy to do. Takes a long time. How many Arakoa feathers do I have? 45. Here you go, my friend. Boom, another quest. Hey, I did the thing you wanted. Bye. There's another reputation reward here. You get exalted with the Netherwing Flight. You get to choose one of these to ride. They're all very, very colorful. That one, I guess we could do this one on our way. It kind of... I think this is an important story to tell. The use of this mana bomb. We're getting an additional 5% experience gain. It is good. It is a good thing to have. Like I know I said earlier that it's not necessary, and I still stand by that. You don't absolutely need it to get through the zone. But if you can get it without a warrior dropping from the heavens onto you, absolutely, go for it. So we're looking for a box. Oh, there it is. Oh, and there's a firewing. We'll take the box. It is a little bit of a backtrack, but by this point, how used am I to backtracking this road? And we have another quest. What news do you bring? Ethereals? Goods delivered to Turum? Ethereals supplied the parts for the mana bomb. Blood Elves supplied the mana essence, or whatever the heck you want to call it. They harvested out in the Netherstorm area. Ethereals delivering parts to the Blood Elves at Firewing Point, and they're allied with Illidan. So, unsurprisingly, the Druid does not have solid idea of what exactly these parts are. So we're going to go find an engineer of some sort who might be able to tell us. No, no, you. So he has an idea what they might be. So it doesn't outright say what those parts were. But I know it's a mana bomb. Because I've seen it before and I followed the quest through. And the thing is, we're just not following the quest through this time. And then that's the helm you can get if you finish up this quest. Looks kind of neat on a Nightborne with the little thingies. I already have the appearance though, so I'm not going to go for it. Mog, there's your feathers. 6. Okay, good. And inside, we've got one for you. And one for you. I'm always dying. And good. So that puts us over 74. Which is way farther than we were when we got here. By my recollection. That's awesome. We are about done in the Terrokar forest, I guess. It says I have one quest over here to turn in. So the idea for this quest would have been, you would have been at the Stonebreaker post or whatever, and they would have sent you to kill the peons, and you would have been flying this way and been like, oh, quite a ways for these peons. Oh, there's a camp up ahead. I guess I better go see what's up at this camp. Oh, they have a quest for me. Do. And then you go do your peons, come back to the camp, and this would be your new little quest hub. I didn't do that, though. I did not do that at all. There. Okay. So, that's it. There are no more quests to do. Well, there are more quests to do here. We could stay here longer. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to move back. I just wanted to show off the other choice a little bit. If you were in this level range. I was actually looking at a couple guides for this level range, and all they say is take your pick, really. So I thought I'd actually show something to somebody about the zones and the areas, and just in case there was somebody who has not seen these before. Oh yeah, the other good thing about most of the Outland zones is your faction can actually capture a lot of objectives that give you extra experience. So if you are finding yourself trapped in a level bracket, then that's an easy way to kind of shake yourself free a bit. If you don't have any boosts, you really appreciate a boost when you can have one available, I guess. And here we are. Remember High Executor Roth? He still wants me to go to the Grizzly Hills. But we're still not going to Grizzly Hills. Alright, so we'll go see what Crusader Valus at Light's Trust wants us to do. And then we'll move back to the Howling Fjord. Where there's a very large quest hub that we haven't tapped into yet. 2 of them, actually. So, it's good. I want to make sure to dodge the dragons. And oh, there's a... Oh, he's doing a quest. I thought he was flying around like me, but... Oh, we almost went to Grizzly Hills there. We can see it. But we're not going there. It's a demon hunter. Alciata. I haven't been doing that very much. Calling out names? Like, you never know. There's a few people that watch this series, so the odds are pretty stacked against actually encountering any of the people that are watching the series. But, you know, that doesn't mean the chances are zero. There we go. Hi. He doesn't want us to do too much. We're just basically gonna go take care of a few trolls on the border. This here is the entrance to Zuldrak. And that's a... You can tell, like, by the topography of each of the zones. They all seem a little bit natural. Like Dragonblight. That could very well be a glacier. Or where a glacier was. And wouldn't you know it? Ice Crown. It's a glacier. The Storm Peaks are all jagged, high mountains next to the glacier. Like, it makes sense. And everything else is kind of a normal forested area, or the tundra. Shalazar Basin. That's a bit of a different situation, but it is still very interesting there. And Zuldrak, you can tell it's all been refined. It's in ruins now, but it's nice to see and to imagine, like, what would this have been like in its prime. And now, with Battle for Azeroth, you kind of get to see a glimpse of what a troll empire looks like with all the trolls running around. So it's a good questing experience, but I don't find it to be the most engaging. It kind of feels like you're on rails, and some of the quests are more of that type that you have to fight everybody for the low spawn chance, or low spawn rate on the low drop chance. I don't remember why, but I remember this being a good area to come and quest to for the little bit of experience that it gives you. It might just be my old reputation senses, but it could be wrong, or it could be something. The other thing it's sort of nice to see is how far stretching the troll empire was. The trolls, they had been around even during the time of the Black Empire. A lot of the current races that exist right now, they didn't exist until after the Black Empire, I believe. At the time, the majority of them, I believe, were Titan constructs controlled in armies versus the Akir, who were the controllers of the Black Empire. So the trolls, truly one of the more ancient races on Azeroth. And it's very well illustrated, I suppose, that through them having so many ruins and not little ruins at that, like they're big ruins, and they're across the entire planet. If they are from a time before the Black Empire, that means they had an empire in the world at the same time as the world was still whole. Like, if you look at the map now, there's 2 continents separated by a vast ocean and some islands and a big swirly thing called the Maelstrom. And the Maelstrom, I guess, used to be the center of the old large continent. So that's trolls, I guess. Heh. Unless you're talking about internet trolls, then there's tons, right? Heh. Our quest is good and completed here. I think we will have to come back and deal with these purple things. They look like they're doing some bad juju. Hello there, mister. I have the thing done. Yeah. Okay, so I thought there was more to do here. For some reason my memory thinks about going down here and having more quests, but can't remember everything perfectly. I can't even remember the last time I did a quest route like this. Normally I just follow through one area to the next area to the next area. I think I spoke about it before, but I do have a most efficient path. The thing about my most efficient path though is there are lots of areas where I stay in one spot and farm quest mobs for a good long time. Hopefully you understand why I wouldn't want to put that on YouTube. Not that this is super riveting either. Whoa, that gun is just about half a level. Just that one quest. Oh no, don't do it. No. Oh, it did it to me. Well, I'm not landing here. I'm just flying through. I have no control over what happens. We're in Grizzly Hills, but it's not something I planned to do. I should have looked at the flight path. I just didn't want to have to sit through all of the 100 or whatever my 200% my flight speed is. I don't know. Oh well. I'll do some cinematic sweeping shots. Ooh. It is a nice zone. I just didn't want to go here because if somebody hasn't experienced it before and they don't know what they're getting themselves into, I didn't want to ruin that first time experience for them. The other thing is, there's so much to show off in this game. In order to keep moving forward at any sort of good pace, I need to cut some stuff out. I can't go and show every single little thing. So we've arrived at Vengeance Landing in Howling Fjord, the quest hub I was planning to go through, and immediately upon landing, the Flight Master has a quest for me. No, it's to go to Dalaran, but we'll see. We'll see what we'll do with that. Someone also has sent me a letter. Oh. It's just to go to Ice Crown and participate in the Argent tournament. We will gather up our quests around here, and we'll continue on the chains here until we get to the next area. Hopefully, by the time we're done that next area, it'll be time to move on to Mists of Pandaria or the Cataclysm content. That is entirely viewer's choice, though. If you prefer one or the other, absolutely let me know. And that's the one we'll go to.